Welcome back, Sagittarius. It is time for your cosmic dialect tarot reading. All right, thanks for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. That would help me climb into the YouTube algorithm and get my channel up there. Slowly climbing up, feels good. If you have been supportive of my channel, big hugs, big love to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, it means like the world to me. It's been taking a while, but we're getting there. Okay, so Cosmic Dialect family, thank you for being here. This is for the sign of Sagittarius: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. If you're here to cross watch for a Sagittarius that you love, that you're into, you are welcome to be here as well. Just know that if you're if it feels like you're doing any like weird spying or like a little stepping over the line or maybe a little too much, you might be doing that. So just like maybe cool it and watch your own sign or something. Okay, I say that with love. All right, so trusted angels, trusted ancestors, trusted spirits, and trusted guides come into my space as we read for the sign of Sagittarius. Protect me as I read for the sign of Sagittarius, and make sure whoever is listening and watching on the other side of my digital screen feels protected and safe as they watch this tarot reading on YouTube. Okay, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. What's going on for the sign of Sag? What's going on for our Saggies? I already do my pre-shuffles before Saggies, so I'm not going to spend too much time shuffling. I'm just going to get into it, okay? My shuffling takes hella long, so I do it off camera. Okay, Sag, what the heck is going on? Sag. A Wheel of Fortune? Hello? A Wheel of Fortune. Is something changing? Has there been like a massive shift in your life? Or are you expecting one or anticipating one? Are you anticipating a massive shift in your life? The World card, I'd say so. Sorry, burp. Yeah, confirmation. My burps are like confirmation things. Wheel of Fortune and the World card. Something is over. Something is like, it's beautiful. It's like there's like a poetic justice coming in. And like something's about to change for the better. Sag, this could be happening to you. If I'm speaking to your cross watcher, this could be happening to you and you're dealing with a Sag. And Saggies, that's no shade. I just got to talk to everybody that's potentially watching. All right? You could be dealing with a potential Sagittarius yourself, or a Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, who's the other? It's Aquarius, or an Aquarius. Having that in your own chart, or you're dealing with one. I always get just more Saturn off the World card, but apparently it's fixed on, I don't know. So Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, or Sagittarius. Okay, let's go. Anyways, Sag, you're coming into a new chapter of your life. I don't know if you know this is happening. Do you know this is happening for you? This is like a crazy shift. Something's over. There's been an abrupt halt or ending that is like, you like this, or you should like it, or you will be liking it, because we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. It could be an uncomfortable ending, or like something that feels, because like these are two intense majors here with the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Those are intense. That's like jumping into the revolving doors, journey, like exploration portal. You're gonna jump into it, and it's gonna pop you out into like the other side of wherever it takes you. And wherever it takes you is where you're supposed to go. And on top of that, you have the World card, which is like an ending. Something's over. Like there's a cycle that's done. And so you're like, okay, good. We're done with the cycle. I would like to go into the revolving doors and jump into the next phase of my journey. Yes, we love that. What else? What else? That's good, Sag. Oh, what is this? That's a 5 of Swords upside down now. Good. It's upside down. You're done dealing with these weirdos. You're getting away from strange individuals. You're done dealing with strange people. Or they have no choice but to get away from you because you're like, yeah, I'm going into a revolving doors magical, like magical mirror, you know, like the freaky mirror house things and like little carnival rooms. I don't know why the Wheel of Fortune card always gives like carnival vibes for me. Like, I don't know, some like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, like the crazy carnival scene. I don't know why. That's just like a personal thing that I see when I get the Wheel of Fortune card, but like not in a bad way, in like a fun way, where it's like anything can happen. And it's going to change your life or change your perspective on life or introduce you to something that changes your whole world or, you know, whatever. That combined with the cycle closing out that needs to closed out. Yeah, it's closed. It's done. It's tired. It's dusty. It's crusty. You want something fluffy and new and inspiring. A Sagittarius is not going to like living in a dusty, crusty 5 of Swords land. No. The 5 of Swords is upside down here. If you were dealing with envious, jealous, weird people that were like always nitpicking at you or like finding reasons to not like things about you or like come at you in a weird ass way, that's over with. They have no choice but to leave you alone because you're literally like getting away from, like you're being like catapulted into a new like universe is how it feels. Like quite literally, that's kind of how it feels. You are being catapulted into a new version of your life. It might happen. It might be like a little intense. It's kind of shocking. It might come in quick too. Like it might be like pow, like, whoa, you weren't like you knew something was about to happen. You could feel like there was a shift in the air. You could feel something was different, but you didn't quite know what it was. And then boom, there it is. Let's get more. I love that. This 5 of Swords upside down, I love that. You're like, no. If you're a jealous, envious, crazy, fight to the bitter end because you want to chew me out, or you're jealous of and envious of traits that you wish you could, that you want to embody that I have, that you, or you pretend to be my friend when you're really not my friend, blah, 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 all the weird things that 5 of Swords embodies, and it's upside down here. So that's not happening. And you're jumping into a new version of yourself, a new part of your life that is a huge transformation because a cycle is also over combined with that. It's almost giving like seasonal, like a seasonal change. Like it's like very much like something is it's going to be very different. Something's going to be very different after this. You could be going through this now, Sag. And look, if this doesn't apply to you, Saggy, watch your other placements, like your moon sign or your rising sign. If this is your sun sign, watch your rising or your moon, or your north node or something if this doesn't apply to you. A 10 of Swords and a 6 of Pentacles. Oh boy. Yeah, you're sick of dealing with somebody that was like screwing you over all the time. You could have been dealing with a Gemini or a Capricorn, or have that in your own chart. Gemini or Capricorn, having it in your own chart, or dealing with one. You were sick of dealing with somebody that was like starting to annoy you. Maybe you felt like you were always helping them, like to the point of where it started to become like codependent or something. All right, I feel like that's putting it lightly. I feel like it's more intense than that. Ten of Pentacles upside down. Yeah, this person turns your whole like foundation upside down. They milked you. They saw you as a cash cow. They tried to milk you. We also have this cool angel number here. So you could be seeing lots of 1s and 0s. Okay. 1001. Well, there's some like weird lag on my camera right now. Hopefully that doesn't come out in the video when it's over. Okay, so we have someone here that almost made it impossible to create like a stable foundation with you. or create stability or have you be stable. Like it was really difficult for you to be stable when dealing with said person or said situation that you, I don't know, created a salary with, created money with, monetized with, exchanged monetarily, currency, you got money together. But there's something about heavy betrayal here, and it being very fruitless. And you becoming very annoyed and, well, yes, annoyed, but more so just like you're past all that. Now you just want to jump into the next phase of your journey, which is what's happening with this Wheel of Fortune, World card, 5 of Swords upside down. This could have been a friend. I mean, it could have been a lover too, but just because the 5 of Swords usually insinuates like somebody that's heavily jealous of you, very envious. Like cutting below the belt, hitting below the belt, doing things that if you find out about it, you would be shocked. And I get you probably did find out about it, and you probably were shocked. And you were very cutthroat about ending it. You're like, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, world time. Like, that's it. No. Bye. Bye-bye. Whether that's a friend, a job, or a lover, maybe a little bit of both going on. Maybe there's a combination of all those things. I don't know. Maybe somebody acted like they needed help. Sag, it could have been you that needed help from this person and they fucked you over and made it weird or something. Or they needed help from you and they just started mooching and leeching off of you and becoming just like a problem. And you're like, this is not how I envision my life. I do not envision my life with this strange individual that's becoming a 5 of Swords person that is doing strange betrayal things, or like they might not even like they could have pretended to like you as a person. Like maybe, I'm not saying this to be mean, Sag, they could have not even liked you as a person. Maybe they put on an act to like get money from you or something. Like to try to gain from you. Like they sound like a con man or a con woman. Okay, for dates, they could be born in 1991, 1992. They could be 1961, which would make them a little older. 1962. They could be 61 years old. You could have a child that's 10 years old, or a son or daughter that's like 16, going through like their teenage years. Okay, that's what's here number-wise so far. We have a Judgment. Okay, more Sagittarian. And you're coming out a lot in your reading, Sagittarius, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. You could have Scorpio in your chart, or you're dealing with one. You were sick of not reaping the rewards of what you would work super hard on all the time. Like you would work your ass off all the time and you didn't really see results that you were trying to see. And you kind of felt like this person was like in the way, or causing like literally making it more difficult for that to happen, because they would always need your help with something. And I'm not saying it's not good to help out the people that we love, but it was like this started to just become like a thing that became a nuisance. It was like, does this person have a job? Does this person have any hobbies? Like, why are they always like needing something from you? And you're like, no. You're like, I'm done with that. Wheel of Fortune, World card. You're like, no. Judgment. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry with this. Oh. 10 of Cups. This is gonna, yeah, you're gonna be very happy that you're gonna be very, very, maybe this is not exactly the easiest choice to have made. You could have been very in love with this person if it was a beloved. Doesn't have to be a friend, or like a roommate that's annoying, or a friend that's annoying, or a family member that's annoying. This could be someone that you loved very much on an intimate level. But it was just like something about it started to just irk you after a while. Okay, things became less saucy and just more annoying. We got a 4 of Wands on the bottom. Yeah, it's like you guys had a happy home. Like it felt stable, it felt fun, it felt, well, not, yes, fun, but more just like stable, safe, secure. a good foundation, somewhere you could celebrate together safely, and things did feel fruitful, but like then it didn't. And then it didn't. And it was like very noticeable, maybe even to other people around you, like your friends, and it became embarrassing or something. Maybe like you were like embarrassed that your friends were like starting to notice that you're like dealing with some shit that's like not your style, or like a little bit like not so much like, I mean, maybe they're used to you doing stuff like that, you know? I don't know. I'm not trying to press you, Sag, but I'm a Sag moon, so I'm just thinking of myself, and I'm like, maybe they're used to you doing things like this, and they're just watching you like, just kind of waiting for you to figure it out. I don't know if that's the case, okay? I'm not saying that you're anything like me, all right? But I'm just saying, if that is the case, you did figure it out, and you did what you had to do on your own to get yourself out of that situation. It was probably very uncomfortable, because it seems like you really loved this person. There's lots of 10s here. We have 3 10s. 3 10s. So this was like, maybe you thought this was it for you. Or you thought this would be like a big win, or like, I don't know, hurrah, hooray, like something successful, something worth celebrating. And maybe it was for a while, and maybe you did for a while, but then it became not that, it became annoying. It became like a pain in the ass. And you had to get rid of this person, and maybe you had to say some mean shit to get rid of them, or like, you know when people like don't pick up on social cues, and you would think if you spent a lot of time with this person, if they lived with you, for example, they should know your body language, they should know enough about you. But it's like, it's almost like they didn't even, like, you would have to say something very direct to them for them to understand where you're coming from, where it's like you should fucking know by now what the hell I'm talking about, without me having to be this direct and come off as an asshole. Like, I will do those things if I have to get my point across, but it's like something about them was just so, maybe after a while you realize they really just were not on your same vibe. They were not, they weren't the same as, like, not to say we want someone that's the same as us, but they didn't understand you as much as you may have thought that they did. Maybe there was like a lot of physical chemistry, and once that started to fizzle out, it was kind of like, what are we doing? Like, why are we here? Like, what are we doing here again? Like, why are we hanging out again? Ooh. Ooh. A 9 of Swords. It did fly out upside down. You're finally able to sleep. Maybe this person like kept you awake at night, or like texted you a lot, or was just like did things to make it so you couldn't sleep very well, or like there's something about like maybe the nighttime, maybe they work late hours, or early morning, or there was just something that was like kind of it was hard to deal with this person, and now you're not dealing with that, and it feels much better. I hope that's the case. And Sag, if it's not the case, it will be soon. Hold on. Okay, there was 2 that fell. We have a 4 of Pentacles. And then we have a Strength card. You may have had to be careful with your money around this. Maybe this person was, either they were very frugal, or you're very frugal, or they spent a lot of your own money, kind of like thinking that you had a lot of it, or I don't know, something about like having to be careful. Like they weren't worried about money. Maybe they have a lot of it, but I kind of get that they didn't, or they did and you don't, and that made you uncomfortable, and you just couldn't relate in that way. You feel much happier now that you have either cut this person out of your life, or you're considering it, you have taken a break from them, or you're like on your way towards doing that. Because the 10 of Pentacles is upside down. This is not like a stable root system. There is the 10 of Swords here. There is some betrayal. a Six of Pentacles. So there's a lot of give and take. It could be equal. It could not be equal. It could feel unbalanced. There is somebody that is frugal, and there's somebody that is the opposite of that. You could have, you know, they could spend a lot of your money and it's starting to annoy you, or they don't have that much. Yeah, they might not. I don't know why that's coming through. They could be spending a lot of your money and thinking you have a lot of it. Or maybe they are like a trust fund kid that has a lot of money, or went through like, I don't know, got some like settlement money or something, where they just have like a chunk of money all of a sudden, and you don't have that. And even and maybe they should share it with you if it's like that. But I get that they kind of aren't, or they didn't. Like maybe that's in the past, and you're just kind of like, what the heck, dude? Like, aren't we a team? Like I thought we were a team, or I thought we were like. And so that's feeling more romantic. That's feeling more like you would live together and that's like your partner. But there's a Ten of Cups and a Strength card here. You have high hopes for the future. You know everything's going to be okay. Maybe you could already have like your eyes on someone else. You could already like be thinking and daydreaming about something else entirely, and you're not worried about this anymore. You're like, okay, cool. Yeah, on to the next. Like that was like, it's not to say that you don't think about this person or you don't miss them. It's just that you're like, you're too committed to like being happy and enjoying your life. You don't really want to be dealing with people that do the opposite of that for you. That's a lot. We have a Knight of Pentacles upside down. Yeah, this person was crazy. Like kind of crazy. Maybe they acted like kind of fucking crazy. Maybe they did things that were like embarrassing. And I'm not saying that like you're all like, whoa, my cards want to go crazy, Sag. Not to say that you're all like tightly wound and like insecure or like care too much about what other people think, but it's like this person would do things that would like embarrass you or something. Like in front of your friends, in public or something. They like embarrassed you. Something about them was embarrassing. The way they would behave. Just something about them was annoying. They could have been a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, a Gemini, a Pisces, a Leo, fellow Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay, we have a Knight of Sword, Ace of Sword, High Priestess upside down. Yikes. They could have had heavy air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or heavy Pisces. They are delusional. But maybe they did a really good job at not appearing that way. Like they were very convincing at whatever they claimed to know about that like attracted you towards them in the first place. Maybe there were certain things you guys had in common. Maybe, I mean, this person's got to be somewhat smart with this Ace of Swords here, the Knight of Swords, right? So it's like, but they're High Priestess upside down. So it's like a show. It's fake. It's like, maybe, Sag, you identify more with just like naturally having gifts. And this person, I don't really want to say they have natural gifts. They might just be smart because of like book learning, or they learn things through studies, which I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that you have natural gifts that you're born with. They are more the type of person that like learns things in like a very practical, logical, like study, school, lessons style way. So maybe that's where you guys would butt heads sometimes, because they wouldn't really understand like your creative nature that you naturally just like have, this like whimsical kind of like go with the flow. If you don't get it, like, I don't know, I can't deal with you type of shit. Like if you don't get where I'm coming from, then I don't even know what to say to you. And it's like this person might respond with something that's like, that would even be like even more of a turn off. Like they would want to know what you even mean by that. And you're like, I don't even know how to go about explaining that to you. Like, you don't know what I even mean by that. Like, what, like, okay, so it started to just become very apparent to you that you were just not compatible or not meant to be friends or something, okay? And the High Priestess upside down is like this person was either manipulative, always looking for attention, very convincing at not, well, very convincing at whatever they claimed to know to be true. I mean, they could have been into owls, okay? Something about owls is important. There's an owl in the High Priestess card. Okay, or they're just a dark witch or a dark warlock. That's also a possibility. With the High Priestess upside down and the Ace of Swords or the Knight of Swords. They could be a dark witch or a dark warlock that was very communicative with other dark witches and dark warlocks about informative things. I don't know if you're involved in that. I would hope you're not. And if you were, you don't want to be anymore, and you want nothing to do with it because you're like, I'm a Wheel of Fortune and a World card. This is over with. You guys are strange. There's a High Priestess upside down involved? No. If we have a High Priestess upside down involved in any type of reading, it's a solid no. That's, yeah, run the other way, basically. You don't want to deal with this is like a clingy energy that thinks they know everything, that comes off as very pretentious and too cool, but also like desperate for attention, but also like thinks they know everything and also thinks they're the coolest, but like still needs to be told that they're the coolest, so they're really insecure, like, but they're also like, they're super woke, like fake woke type shit. And they have certain knowledge that they've learned or acquired through whatever studies they do, but it's all fake and phony because they have bad intentions. Their heart is not in the right place. Okay? Sag, that's your reading, okay? I'm trying to keep the sign readings a little bit shorter because the collective readings have been going a little longer. Sagittarius, okay? That's your reading. It looks like you're kind of ending a cycle. Well, you are ending a cycle with someone that was like kind of hard to shake off of you. Maybe you've gone back and forth with them. Maybe you're still continuing to do that, okay? And it's like taking a while. Usually this deck comes out with a lot of numbers, but we have 3 10s and a 6. You could be dealing with a fellow Sag, or a Virgo, or a Gemini, or have that in your own chart, or a Pisces, okay, or a Leo, or Capricorn, or an Aquarius. All right, Saggies, I hope this resonates. If it does, please let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, Saggies. All right, I love you. Bye.